Marcus Daniels had lived in Willow Ridge Estates for only 7 months, but in that short time, he had learned one unshakable truth about his neighborhood. Everything was quiet. Until it wasn't. This morning felt like one of those quiet ones. The sun was soft, the air smelled like fresh-cut grass, and Marcus was standing on his porch with a cup of strong black coffee, enjoying the kind of peace he rarely got. He had just finished a night shift as a hospital security supervisor. Long hours but honest work. Work that taught him how to read people, how to sense when something was wrong. And today something was wrong. He heard it before he saw it, a low rumble of gravel under tires. A white SUV turned the corner, crawling down the street like a predator stalking prey. The vehicle had magnetic stickers on the side that read, HOA Enforcement Division. Marcus frowned. He had lived here long enough to know there was no HOA Enforcement Division, not officially, not legally, and certainly not one that wore tactical vests. The SUV stopped directly in front of his house. 2 men stepped out, mid-40s, overweight, wearing tan vests with the same fake HOA Police patches sewn on. One had sunglasses too small for his face. The other chewed gum like he wanted to fight it. They strutted toward Marcus's porch with clipboards in their hands, chests puffed up like cartoon tough guys. Marcus took a sip of his coffee. This was going to be annoying. The taller one spoke first. "Morning," he said, voice gruff. "You Marcus Daniels?" Marcus nodded. "Who's asking?" The gum chewer slapped a form onto the porch rail. "We are. HOA Enforcement. You're in violation of multiple community codes." Marcus raised an eyebrow. "Enforcement? Pretty sure our HOA board is 4 women who meet at the clubhouse every Tuesday and argue about lawn decorations." The tall one didn't flinch. "Things changed. New protocol." "Really?" Marcus said. "Funny I didn't get an email." "We don't answer to residents," Gum Chewer said. "We issue orders." He pointed at the clipboard. "And your order is simple. You need to move out." Marcus blinked. "Move out?" "Immediately," tall guy added. "The community voted. You've been evicted." Marcus stared at them in disbelief. "You two are out of your minds." Tall guy smirked. "You got an attitude. That's half your problem. The other half is the code violations. Trash bins left out too long. Grass measuring over regulation height. And," he looked Marcus dead in the eye, "a resident complaint that you make the neighborhood uncomfortable." Marcus felt his jaw tighten. Uncomfortable? He knew that code word. He'd heard it whispered behind closed doors when he bought the house. He'd seen the stare some residents gave him. Tall guy handed him a paper. "You have 2 hours to vacate. We're authorized to escort you out if needed." Marcus laughed once, short, sharp, cold. "You really expect me to believe you have authority to evict me?" Gum Chewer stepped forward aggressively. "We don't expect you to believe. We expect you to comply." Marcus exhaled slowly. "You boys impersonating police?" he asked. "Or just impersonating people with common sense?" Tall guy took off his sunglasses. "We're done talking, Daniels. Pack your things." Marcus calmly pulled out his phone. "Cool. Let me call someone real quick." Gum Chewer slapped the phone from his hand. "No phones during enforcement procedures." Marcus stared at the phone on the ground. That was a mistake. A big one. Before Marcus could respond, tall guy pressed a palm to Marcus's chest and shoved him back toward the porch wall. Marcus didn't stumble, didn't flinch, didn't move. He just said quietly, "You don't want to do that." Tall guy stepped back, surprised that Marcus didn't react. But Gum Chewer wasn't done. He leaned in with a smirk. "You're in our neighborhood now. And around here we decide who stays." Marcus tilted his head. "We. Us," Gum Chewer said. "HOA Enforcement." Marcus chuckled. "You two aren't HO. You're clowns in vests." Tall guy grabbed Marcus's shirt. "That's it. We tried the easy way. Now we'll drag you out." Marcus's eyes darkened. "You really want to put your hands on me again?" Gum Chewer puffed his chest. "We're the authority here, boy." Marcus froze. There it was. The one word that flipped every switch inside him. He wasn't angry before. Now he was. He looked both men in the eyes and said, "I'm giving you 10 seconds to step off my property." Tall guy laughed. Or what? Marcus smiled. You'll see. They didn't move. Marcus sighed. All right then. He turned toward the house and yelled, Boys! For a moment nothing happened. Tall guy scoffed. What, you got dogs? Marcus grinned. No. Better. The back door slammed open. 6 huge men, broad shoulders, athletic builds, tattoos, short tactical haircuts, marched out onto the porch and flanked Marcus. Not just big. Disciplined. Alert. Deadly calm. One of them cracked his neck. Another folded his muscular arms. The one in front, a tall black man with a beard, crossed his arms and said casually, You called, brother? Tall guy's mouth dropped open. Gumchewer stepped back. Marcus pointed at the fake enforcers. These gentlemen think they're evicting me. The bearded one tilted his head. Evicting you? Another seal laughed. From your own house? A third shook his head slowly. That's wild. Tall guy stuttered. We didn't know you had guests. Marcus shrugged. They're not guests. The bearded seal stepped forward, towering over both fake officers. We're his unit. Tall guy swallowed hard. You unit? Gumchewer whispered. They're military. Bearded seal grinned. Former Navy SEALs. Operative brothers. And you 2 knuckleheads just put your hands on one of us. Tall guy looked like he might faint. We didn't know. The SEAL's voice dropped dark and deadly. You should have asked. The rest of the team stepped forward in unison. A slow, deliberate intimidation walk they perfected long before any of them lived in peaceful suburbs. Gumchewer whispered. Oh God. Marcus crossed his arms. You boys still want to evict me? Tall guy shook his head violently. No. No, sir. We're leaving. Bearded seal smirked. Too late for that. The fake HOAs scrambled back toward their SUV. But the seals weren't done. Not even close. The 2 fake HOA enforcers stumbled toward their SUV, as if the ground had turned to lava. Tall guy tripped over his own boots. Gumchewer dropped his clipboard. Their fake tactical vests suddenly looked like Halloween costumes. But the seals? They moved like wolves. Silent. Calculated. Predatory. The bearded seal, call sign Titan, strode beside Marcus. Recognize them? Titan asked. Marcus squinted. No. But their patches are fake. Not even close to regulation. Titan nodded. Yep. Those aren't even replicas. They're Amazon knockoffs. One of the seals, a shorter, stockier guy named Fox, rubbed his chin. You want us to detain them? Fox asked. Citizen's arrest. Impersonating an officer is a felony. Marcus hesitated. Tall guy was fumbling with his car keys like they were coated in grease. Gumchewer was sweating through his shirt. Let's hear what they have to say first, Marcus said. Titan smirked. All right, boys. Bring them back. 2 seals were on the fake enforcers in seconds, guiding them back, not hurting them, just making it clear. Running was not an option. They stood in a shaky line in front of Marcus and the seals. Tall guy trembled. Gumchewer stared at the ground. Titan folded his arms. Let's start with the basics, he said. Who sent you? Tall guy opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Fox sighed. These guys aren't built for pressure. Marcus stepped forward. Then did the one thing neither seal nor fake officer expected. He stayed calm. Look, Marcus said softly. I know you 2 aren't real HOA enforcement. But this vest stuff? This badge? Pretending to be law enforcement. He shook his head. That's prison-level stupid. Gumchewer swallowed. We didn't mean anything by it. You shoved me, Marcus said. Tall guy stammered. You were resisting. Resisting what? Marcus snapped. A fake eviction notice? Gumchewer held up his hands. Okay. We'll talk. Titan nodded approvingly and stepped back. Marcus crossed his arms. Go on. Gumchewer pointed at the clipboard. That eviction order? We were paid to deliver it. By who? Marcus asked. Tall guy finally spoke. HOA President Laura Whitfield. Marcus felt his stomach drop. The name was familiar. A notorious micromanager in the HOA who often threw her weight around. But hiring fake cops? That doesn't make sense, Marcus said. What does she gain by evicting me? Tall guy exchanged a look with Gumchewer. Then he whispered. She said you brought the wrong kind of attention to the neighborhood. Titan rolled his neck. Oh, that kind of HOA president. Fox muttered. I hate these types. Marcus exhaled slowly. So she sent you two morons in cosplay vests to force me out? Gumchewer nodded shamefully. She paid us $800. Fox snorted. You sold your dignity for $800? Tall guy muttered. It was supposed to be easy. Knock. Hand paper. Make threats. Leave. Marcus stared at them, and something shifted inside him. Sympathy? No. Understanding. These men were pawns. Tools. Disposable pieces in someone else's scheme. Marcus pointed at their SUV. You got IDs? They nodded. Driver's license only, tall guy said. Titan nodded. So not career criminals. Just career idiots. Fox added. We can work with that. Marcus locked eyes with the men. You're going to help us. Gumchewer trembled. Help. Tall guy stammered. With what? A slow smile grew on Marcus's face. You're going to help us take down the woman who sent you. Fox clapped his hands. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Titan chuckled. Marcus, you've changed, man. Marcus shrugged. Living in this neighborhood will do that. He turned back to the fake HOA cops. You're going to call Laura Whitfield and tell her the eviction is done. You'll tell her I've agreed to leave. And you'll tell her you're waiting for her inspection. Titan raised an eyebrow. Inspection. Marcus nodded. If she thinks the house is empty, she'll show up herself. Fox grinned. And we'll be waiting. Tall guy hesitated. What if she figures out we're lying? Marcus stepped closer. She won't. Gumchewer swallowed. And if she does? Titan cracked his knuckles. Then we'll introduce her to the difference between fake officers. He gestured at the two shaking men. And real ones. Setting the trap 10 minutes later, the fake HOA officers made the call. Speakerphone. Everyone listening. Gumchewer said. Ma'am, it's done. Daniel says he'll be gone by tonight. House is clear for inspection. Laura's voice crackled over the line. Did he resist? Gumchewer lied smoothly. No, ma'am. He apologized. Titan made a face like he wanted to gag. Laura continued. Good. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Stay put. The line cut. Marcus turned to the seals. Positions. Titan grinned. Oh, we're ready. Fox popped his knuckles. Can't wait to see her face. Marcus folded his arms, looking out at the driveway. 20 minutes, he said calmly. Let's end this.